Welcome, everyone, to the Bull Run Millions course. I'm very happy to have you all on board, and I wanted to film a little introduction video just to give you an overview of everything. And yeah, before I start, I just want to preface and say that this course took me hundreds of hours to film. No joke. Like most courses online, pretty low effort. The guy who makes it gets lazy. He gives up halfway. It's just a shit course. He doesn't know what he's talking about. No, this course is really, really good. This is the only course in crypto that I've ever come across that actually is decent. I've never, ever before seen a good crypto course. Okay, so hundreds of hours it took me to make, and it took me 4 to 5 months to film. Okay, so this is a highly effort requiring course. Okay, so make sure that you don't just buy this, spend the money that you spent on this course, and then just don't watch it. That would be terrible. Make sure you watch the whole thing. It is super, super important, okay? So let's go over just quickly what it looks like. It's all on school. Obviously, you found this video, so you sort of have the basics already. But yeah, you go into the classroom, and that will get you the course. You just go in here, and it's all there. The community, there's not really any point for it, but people just post stuff in here. I don't know, random shit. But the main thing is just this classroom, okay? All the videos are in here. There's all different topics like mindset, market psychology, understanding price action, blah, blah, blah. My recommendation to you is to watch it in order. So introduction first, as you are doing. The basics, if you don't know crypto, then yeah, watch the basics. If you do know crypto, just ignore it. But yeah, then start from the mindset and work your way down, okay? I wouldn't go straight to any particular section. I think it's best to just do it in order. The order it's in is there for a reason, okay? So what was this course made for? Let me give you the brief summary. I'm trying to teach you the number one strategy that I believe is the best strategy, the most profitable strategy to make money in crypto. So the idea is that we use our fundamental analysis system to find new coins that are small that we think have 10 to 100x potential. We buy them low, we hold them for multiple months, maybe a year or more, and then we sell them high. I guess towards the end of the bull run, okay? And then you pay no tax, hopefully. And you have tax and banking infrastructure set up to handle 7 figures, okay? That's the best strategy, in my opinion, in crypto. You're also, the idea of this course is as well, you just download my brain, okay? 6 years I've been in crypto, download my brain. Now, the last point is super important as well. I want to turn you guys into really good investors, because if you guys become really good at this stuff, you can go out there and find coins and then bring them back to the group, and I can give you my input and tell you what I think of your analysis of it, using, for example, the checklist system that I'm going to be putting in this course. It's probably already there if you're watching this video. And that's going to help you basically go out into the world, find coins, apply the system, like, okay, does it have this? Does it have that? Does it have this? Bring it back. I give you my opinion, and boom, we're now a little research army able to find the next big coins. Okay, so that's the goal of the group. And here is like a little summary, that's the perfect explanation of what this course is about. So, when you haven't got much money, everyone talks about, hey, you've got to day trade or buy and sell all the time and be super active. But why can't you just have 3 to 4, maybe 5 uncorrelated moon bags of small coins that you hold for multiple months and ride them for 10 to 100x or more gains, instead of just trading your way to mental illness, okay? This is just the summary of everything. It's such a good summary. So let's move on to the next point. How do you learn? How do you learn? The way that I recommend approaching learning, and the way that I have decided to teach you in this course, is through first principles. So the way that I would describe what first principles means is that a first principle is like the underlying, undeniable fact or truth or idea or concept of a certain thing. So if I try to teach you something, it might have multiple layers that require you that must be understood for you to understand what I'm saying. But if I peel back the layers to just the first principle of what I'm trying to say, it's often a lot easier to understand things, and it's a much better frame to view things through. Okay? So if I try to explain something to you, like this little knot here, it's going to be all jumbled up and confusing. But if I just bring it back to a simple first principle, the base layer of understanding, then you will be able to understand a lot better. And to visualize it, I would say that the first principle is the thinking is like in multiple layers, right? You've got a layer of understanding which needs to be included for another layer of understanding, etc. And if you peel back the layers, you get to the first principle, the base level required to understand something, okay? So let me give you some examples of first principles, okay, just to make this even simpler. So imagine a chef, right? If you cook a dish, let's say you make spaghetti bolognese, and to make spaghetti bolognese, you need to follow a step-by-step order. Understanding the first principles is, instead of following a step-by-step process, it's about understanding the raw ingredients. It's about understanding the different methods of cooking. It's about understanding everything at the base level so that it's not just about understanding how to follow step-by-step cookbook. It's about understanding the first principles of what the ingredients do together, what they are, so that you don't even need a cookbook. You just know you're just a chef, right? When you're in my mastermind community, I show you I give you the step-by-step cookbook. We're going to buy this coin. You need to go to this exchange, buy it, right? That's not going to turn you into a profitable investor. That's going to just give you the system that you just implement to make you money. But you can't actually do it yourself. Whereas in this course, I'm going to turn you into a chef, right? I'm going to teach you the first principles of understanding the raw ingredients so that I could give you any dish using these ingredients and you would understand how to put them together because you understand the first principles of what you're working with. Okay, so it's a very different approach. Step-by-step cookbook will obviously make cooking easy, but you're not going to be able to cook many meals. It's only that meal. The chef will allow you to cook forever, whatever you want. Okay, so it's a bit of a different, hope that makes sense. Now, another way to look at this course is as a jigsaw puzzle. There's many, many different pieces that need to go together, and until you've put most or all of the jigsaw puzzle together, you're not going to know what the fuck you're putting together. The corner's blue, okay, the middle's green, I don't know what I'm building. You're not going to know. So if you're just going to watch the fundamental analysis part of the course, and you're not going to watch the rest of it, you're going to get the corner of the jigsaw puzzle, and you're not going to know what the fuck you're building. So instead, the jigsaw puzzle, the idea is you do everything. You put it together piece by piece, and then you see most of it or all of it, and you know what you're looking at. That's the idea of the course. Now, just brief mentions. This course, I mentioned a lot of times a few investors in there, some tweets that they put out, some YouTube videos. I just want to make a mention to these guys. Two of them are Kun and Bob Lucas, really, really good investors. These are my favorite investors that I've come across. A lot of this content is inspired by things that I've learned from them and that I've seen from them online, okay? So that's why I make reference to them a lot, because they are good supporting material to explain certain topics. So some of you might think that you can pay for a course and now you're instantly going to make money and be profitable. It's probably not true. Obviously, you can make money, but to think you're just going to make money and never lose money again because you have a $1,000 course, $1,500 course, whatever you paid, is just not reality, okay? Your tuition fee must be paid to the market if it hasn't been already, because it is impossible that you become consistently profitable in the market without losing heaps of money, sucking at investing for a long time, learning most of the lessons that I had to learn from, so that you will have to learn from firsthand experience, and making a bunch of profit and losing all of it. Okay? You will have to do this. There's no avoiding this. I know you might be thinking, oh, but Daniel, it's in a bull run right now when you film this video. It's March 2024. We're in a bull run. I can just go straight to making money and keep it and never have to lose money. No. You will have to pay the tuition fee to learn the lesson, to not make the mistake so that you can do it again correctly to make money. Okay, that's the journey. And you can't buy a course to avoid this. And as well as this, most of you are also going to have to do some additional bonus losing money, which is getting liquidated with leverage. I saw a guy in the chat today talking about his 100x leverage. Oh, but I only do it on a small amount of my money. Ugh, just dumb. So a lot of you are going to have to go through this, and a lot of you are going to have to go through this. You're going to have to get scammed, lose all your money in a rug pull. Your wallet's going to get hacked. Let me add that in. Scammed, rugged, hacked. Okay? So no course, group, or mentor can save you from this. what this course is going to do is it's going to speed up the process and it's going to reduce the losses, but it's actually not going to remove anything entirely. Okay. So welcome to your 4-year crypto university degree, or give or take. And again, I want to explain this concept of like you have to pay your tuition and it's going to take a long time to make money. In your first market cycle of bull to bear market, you are what one would classify as the low IQ. You're a monkey. You just want to buy coins that people tell you to buy. You don't know what you're doing. You just buy things that are up 50x in a day. You're monkey brain. Okay, you can see that's what you do in your first market cycle. And then in your second market cycle, you have trauma associated with the prior market. So you think that you're going to quickly take profits because the market's a scam, and you're going to buy things that have good fundamentals, and you're going to what we would call mid-curve the analysis. This is where you think you're going to make it in your second cycle, but you're still in your mid-curve brain. And you see, in the first market cycle, you bought meme coins. And then in the second market cycle, you started buying real things like fucking, I don't know, whatever project you thought was legit. Like you started buying DeFi protocols, like things that have actual value. And then you just mid-curved it. You didn't make money. Okay? So you're deep enough in crypto that you don't marry bags of shit. And you'll pivot to the bull market mindset late, but not too late. Should make more money than first cycle guys as they'll exit sooner and are usually more invested earlier. So you're not necessarily not going to make money, but you're just going to make not as much as you would probably like to make in your second cycle. So in the third cycle is where you tend to make the big money. So you've learned from the past. You understand that when you had your first cycle, you fucked up because of these reasons. And in your second cycle, you fucked up for a different set of reasons. And you understand that you have to avoid both what you did in the first cycle and the second cycle. And you can do a blend of strategies. Because when you're in your third cycle, you know what you're doing. You need to be a blend of being smart and being dumb, right? This guy probably picked the right coins, but he probably just bought them at the wrong time. This guy tends to pick the wrong coins. And so when you're in your third cycle, you tend to know what to invest in and you tend to know what to invest in and when to invest into it a lot better than in the other market cycles, okay? So for example, this is my third market cycle and I can really feel this actually being a reality, okay? I have really noticed that in this cycle, I don't care if I own meme coins. I don't care if they don't have fundamental value because I'm able to position myself on this side of the curve and buy meme coins, but I'm able to stick over here and do really smart analysis on it. So I'm like using the best of both worlds, okay? And then obviously in your fourth market cycle, you've hopefully made a bunch of money and you get lazy and you sit on your millions of dollars, okay? So that is how the course works. We went through it over here. That's just my basic disclaimers and information on what you need to know. Now, if you're watching this and you're seeing me mention the mastermind inside of any of these videos, inside of the course, I mention it a bunch of times in different course videos. Here is a little bit of an explainer on how it all works. I have a website here in case you're interested. If you join this course and you actually would prefer to follow the pro, as in copy what I buy, copy what I do in airdrop farming, copy what I do in pre-sales, get told exactly what to do, get personalized guidance, and sort of remove the guesswork and thinking from investing, then you might be interested in the mastermind. This group is made for, let's have a look, busy career-focused people, okay? It's made for seasoned crypto investors who want access to more money-making opportunities, and also for beginners who just want to, work alongside a mentor who can make everything quite safe for them. Not even safe, but like make things make sense and, walk them through everything. So in the course that you've got access to here, right? This is all about becoming the pro. This is all about how I can turn you into a profitable investor, how I can turn you into a chef, okay? The course is about how to be a chef. If you don't want to be a chef and you would rather just get told what to do and follow the pro, then this might be for you. I'm just putting it here because you're going to see it mentioned a few times and I don't attach a website link anywhere. So I'll attach the website link in the description of this video on Loom. But yeah, back to what we're talking about. this is everything that I wanted to go over. Thank you for joining the course again. And there's going to be more videos added over time, so keep up to date. I might post any new videos actually in this community section. I'll just put a post here if I do. So, yeah, stoked to see you guys on board, and talk soon. Cheers.